3 more. Guy has 3 of them he wants to sell.
I used to sell some parts when I first maybe 10 years I worked for Welding. For the one.
Yeah. And that's an old, you know what a Davis trencher was?
Yeah.
The ditchwitch trencher. Had a thing on it that dug a trench.
Oh, okay.
That was a Davis. And I got the tracks, and then Mary wanted a bulldozer. My wife wanted a bulldozer, so I made her a bulldozer. That was the hardest one to make there. That took the most time.
You make the blade or do you?
No, it was an old lawnmower blade I bought at the auction for
Yeah,
20 bucks.
okay.
I couldn't make one that cheap, you know, and I just welded the pipes on and hooked it up. This engine doesn't have a spark plug. It has the igniter on it.
What's an igniter?
Well, the igniter is this, and there's a set of points inside of the engine to make and break, and that's what gives you your spark. It has a mag on it, but I run off a battery out of the box back there. Has 3 speeds forward and reverse. The 2 handles, the ones that are side by side there, the bent ones there, they're your steering.
What are like clutches in here then? Or?
Dogs. See, there's one dog on the frame. When you pull it over, it goes in and locks into the frame. Well, then that side drives, and then when you let it go, it goes back and locks into the drive. Big springs in there, push them.
What's this thing for?
That was where the blade was hooked on for the Davis trencher.
Oh.
I just didn't bother taking it off. It didn't really.
Did you run them around over there?
Oh yeah.
Did you? That
Yeah. One little kid wanted to.
What's the safety for the alligator wire cord?
Well, that's for the igniter. That's the battery power coming up.
Oh, you have to hook it.
Yeah, on that little, see this little tab here?
Oh yeah.
See, that's
okay.
insulated, and that goes inside. And then when you make it break, it goes to ground and makes a spark.
Okay.
What do you think of the cadet, Dad?
And there's my homemade front end. Tricycle. I took your conventional steering here, and then went up here, and then made a bell crank. This moves, and then the other arm is 90 degrees. So one moves forward and backward, and the other moves sideways. See?
Oh, is that a 7 or 8 horsepower engine?
That's an 8 in there.
8?
I stripped the tractor completely down, sandblasted it, painted it, and then refinished, put it all back together with new decals and all stainless steel bolts.
Did you have it up to Kinzer?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, I saw everybody has their ass cheeks up in the air trying to see what I did.
Is that right?
Yes. Still has that's the original plan. That's where it bolted the wall. Those are all swimming pool ladders.
Oh, for heaven's
Stainless
sakes.
steel. And then over here, this is Briggs & Stratton air-cooled Model A engine.
Oh my.
Do you know what a rumbly oil pool is?
Yeah.
Okay, that's my little rumbly. Here's your brake, here's your gear shift, here's your throttle.
Jeez. Now, what was this tractor originally?
What frame is this on?
That's a wheel horse frame.
Oh, with horse.
Yeah.
Where do you get the
Oh, jeez, the crank starter.
3-rib tires?
I bought them over at Kinzer. 28 bucks a piece. I just bought 4 of them. Feel the air coming in the front. Gives it a nice sound. Gives it a nice sound.
Yeah. Careful you don't trip when you get over like that.
Everything is up my pant leg. I want to be hanging there upside down. Then I make a toolbox under the seat to keep all my parts.
The clip holds it shut, huh?
Yep.
What is that, like a 2-speed rear in that then?
Yeah, high and low range.
I see 2 levers there.
Yeah, this is your high and low range. See, there's H and an L, high and low. I had this
What's that other lever there for?
What, this one?
Yeah, no, the other.
That's a brake.
Oh, that's your brake.
See, I take all the
Fancy stuff
all
off.
the wheel horse stuff. I take it all off and strip it down so nobody knows what it is. That has 3 speeds forward and reverse.
Lenny said you were making a 4-wheel.
Who?
Lenny said you were making a 4-wheel drive.
No.
No, I said he was thinking about
Oh,
it. He
you were
didn't say he
thinking
was doing it.
But I didn't get that worked
'Cause
out.
the
Well,
time you picked those things up here, we talked about that.
Yeah.
I thought
What I'd
maybe
like to do, I need a PTO for a Cub Cadet. Out the back.
I had one at one time,
Well, that's not helping.
but then we put it in that Cub out there.
And you can't have it.
Put it in the Cub.
Yes.
Oh, the same
We
thing.
took it out. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
from the transmission on back, it's the same. Well, see, that's,
So
that's
an
your-
old Cub
that's your-
tractor PTO would fit the Cub Cadet.
You'd have to get a special shaft through the transmission.
Well, it's the same rear in that Cub as this, isn't it?
Yeah. But see, the transmission you got in there now doesn't have a hole in it to accept your
Oh, you have
PTO.
to get a special cover.
Well, you got to get a special shaft in it.
Oh yeah.
We had to replace, change the shaft.
Just writing carburetor on that.
Oh, jeez.
I took the mixers off. Look here.
Oh, they're not really homemade. They're
Yeah, they're homemade. Not the carburetor. See, I made a manifold. That's an 8-horse Briggs & Stratton carburetor.
okay.
I did away with a fuel tank, I did away with a fuel pump, and I did away with that mixer that never worked right. So I put a carburetor on. I can make that thing run down like 200 RPM instead of running at 5 all the time. You know how they do?
Oh, you started with
What's
a
a
crank,
hit,
do you?
hit and miss?
By hand, I don't even use the crank. Just turn it over.
Is this thing a hit and miss?
It's a throttle governed engine.
Like the old John Deere's, huh?
Yeah.
What's the holes for here in the front? Is that
That was your fuel fill. Come out here, and this was a vent. Or this is where the fuel line came out, and the vent came out the other side. The fuel tank was bolted up underneath.
okay? They're all virtually the same
Same block.
pedestal there.
Yeah,
And you say they're different horsepower?
all the same.
Oh, all three of these?
Yep.
What are they? Horse and a half?
Horse and a half.
Were they internationals or?
Yeah.
Okay.
McCormick Deering International.
Wow.
I know what this is here.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
we
that-
had-
That oils your piston when it slides back and forth.
Okay.
This oils your connecting rod. And the design of that, when that engine's running, you just grab a hold of that. It's a left-handed thread. And when you grab a hold of it and hold it, it pushes grease into the connecting rod. And then the
Jeez.
other oilers oil the bearings. And this one oils your camshaft.
What's the highest RPM they run?
500.
500?
How powerful are they?
Pardon?
How powerful are they?
That'll spin the wheels in that thing.
Jeez.
You say this one you took the mag off of?
The mag's on it, but I don't use it. The gear was broken inside the engine.
Over there?
Yeah, it's hanging on
What's
there.
this box here?
That's a Whiteco. The other one's a different make. This is a Magneto here. This is the Whiteco.
Okay.
I like that crawler. That's cool.
Everybody likes that.
Do you know what's his face out here in Nessapore?
Yeah, Dave Nespar.
He built I think a crawler for his son.
That's a factory build, I think it is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he had it redone. I forget what they call them.
Okay.
Real little one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's factory.
I thought he built it.
And yours is home brewed.
Yeah, all except the tracks. Guys at the shows tell me I could probably get $2,500 a piece for these, and I could probably get $3,000 for the crawler. I have an offer of $1,600 on the Cub.
Jeez.
On the Cadet?
Yeah. I went to an auction. I bought a tractor for $300. It had lights and fenders. I took it home. I needed the lights for this tractor. And I needed the fenders. So I took the lights and the fenders off of it. And a friend of mine came down. He said, "What do you want for that tractor?" I said, "I want $250 for it." He said, "Sold." So I got my lights and fenders for $50. Decals, I think, are like $30-some now.
Oh, I wouldn't
Seat
doubt
covers,
that. They are
$30-some
awful, I
bucks.
guess.
Yeah, stuff's awful.
Doubt that at all. That's all right on the fender, is it? I mean,
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, it drives really nice. Steers nice. It doesn't turn as short as I'd like as original, but I didn't want any parts hanging out the side when I turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as long as I can get around with it, that's all I cared about.
do you get that book magazine. I think it's every 2 months. What's the name of it?
I don't know. Don't ask me. It's your book.
It's about international. No.
IH Power or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's some of the tractors are big enough.
They have one over there. Waterloo Boy. John Deere Waterloo Boy. Beautiful old tractor. Totally restored. They just sold one at auction down south. $50,000.
$50,000.
$50,000 that old tractor. Probably sold for less than $500.
You know, one day there at the store, a guy comes through. I don't remember what vehicle kind of vehicle he was, but he was pulling a trailer with a reproduction of the first Reaper that they made.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah, this is a good hobby. You know,
It is. This
better
is
than watching TV.
Keeps you out of
really
trouble.
wonderful, Dave.
Well, I told you I was going. I wanted to get over and show it to you.
Well, I really appreciate you stopping too.
And on my way home, I came home the back way.
Now the question is, does this thing push dirt?
It would push pretty good.
It would push a lot better than those with a blade on.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said.
Well, here you go. You got yourself a snow plow.
Yeah.
Where'd you ever get the ditchwitch at then?
Guy had it. He come over for a weld job. He had a chair that was broken. He came over for a weld job, and he saw all the Cub Cadets sitting there. He said, "Oh, I got something over at my house you might like." And I said, "What is it?" An old Davis trencher on tracks. And as soon as he said on tracks, I was interested. So I went over and looked, and you couldn't get anywhere near it. It was like trying to get it out of that bush. So I went over with cutters and chainsaw and cut down trees and brushes and briars
Where do you live?
over near the airport in Limerick there. Over
Oh,
Oh,
sitting
okay.
up back?
Yeah, out back in the trees.
Yeah, we've seen it many
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. Had
They're
a
on
blade
the-
on it, didn't it, or
Yeah,
something?
had a blade
They're
on
on
it.
Possum Hollow Road.
Digger on the back.
Up on top of this hill, like. You come up
No.
around a curving hill?
Now he's not far off the highway, a new home.
Oh, okay. Well, it ain't the same place.
Ain't the same one then.
So I went back in there. How do you tow that, you know? Can't tow it. So I bought an axle out from under a minivan and welded channel iron across the top, made a detachable tongue. And I went over, I dug all around it, and then I jacked it up. Then I jacked the other end up, then I jacked the other end up. Then when I got it up high enough, I swung one wheel in underneath and put the dolly under it. Then I let the jacks down on the dolly, slipped the tongue in and hooked it up to a Cub Cadet and towed it up on my trailer.
Yeah.
That's how I got it home. You can't tow it.
No.
You could now because everything's free. It costs $100 to have the track sandblasted.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I take it you can't sandblast.
I can, but it was a massive job. You know what I mean? I just farmed that one out. I do all my own. I sandblasted all that. All these.
I forget what number chain they call that. It looks like about number 250 or something like that.
I don't know what it is.
Let's see. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's at least.
Then I made a set of rollers for up underneath of it to keep the chain from bobbing.
Right here?
Yeah. I was up at the auction one day, and little rollers in there, they're all nylon. And I was hunting for something to make rollers out of. Now there's 2 rollers on each shaft in there.
Yeah, I
And
see
take,
that.
You take the bolt out, you unbolt it, it's on bolts, you just raise it up for tension. And I was up at the auction one day, and there was 2 5-gallon buckets full of those rollers up there, different sizes. Got them all for $1. Come home, took 4 of them, made up my brackets, put them in there.
Well, I can tell you can weld good.
Pardon?
I see you weld good.
Yeah. Thank you.
I've been often thinking about building a rail buggy that you can take down the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
I know where I can get the axles, but they've been cut in
The
half.
only thing is, you get down there with it, they'll arrest you.
No, I belong to WKNS Railroad.
Oh, yeah?
It's a 6-mile section of the old Welding company.
Ah, okay.
I can
Yeah,
take it
that'd
up
be
there
nice.
with no problem. But I know where I can get the axles, but Conrails to cut them in half so people can use them.
Ah,
But they can be welded back together. The shaft on them is like this round.
yeah. Out there on Mark Drive, there's a guy who belongs to a club that,
Yeah, I know who he is. That's John Cook.
yeah,
Yeah, he used to work for Reading and Northern Railroad for a while.
yeah.
But he has rail buggies. He gets them from out of Canada.
He does 2 of them.
Hmm. He has an old Reading company and a Canadian National.
Yeah, he has a thing, you stand it up,
Mhm.
and then put it down, go
Yep.
the other way. Has a 2-cylinder 09 engine in it.
Now, I didn't know what kind of had in it. I know the one's made out of, one's a Fairmont. That's the Reading Company one. He had that up for sale for quite a while, but then he took it off the market.
They bring big money.
You flip the bell over so it runs the right direction.
Well, I had 3 speeds in reverse, so I don't flip the bell over. Runs backwards. The rotation of the engine versus the transmission versus the drive. So I had to put a figure 8 in the belt to get it to run forward.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. It works fine. I made a little idler for in there to hold a little extra tension on it.
Looks like a front one of a on the Cadet.
Might be. I use whatever I have. That looks like the pulley on a mower deck, don't it?
This one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
not quite as big.
no.
That's a pulley off of one of the tractors. But that's the one that works clutch, see?
And what's the reason why you have a figure 8 in the belt?
Yeah, right here. See the figure 8?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes it go the other way when you put a figure 8 in it. Otherwise, if I put the belt on straight, I'd have 3 speeds forward and one 3 speeds reverse and 1 forward. Yeah, it took a lot of time to get that one worked out.
What do you say this frame is?
Wheel horse.
Wheel horse, and what's this one?
Wheel horse. Wheel horse.
They're all okay. All 3's wheel horses.
Yeah. See, wheel horse. See, your power comes right down the side. Right here, where you put your power in the transmission. Where a Cub Cadet, I had to turn the engine sideways and then drop down and then go in, or use a 90-degree gearbox.
Yeah, but some of the cheaper models
they had to drive down the side.
Yeah.
The red ones.
Well, not only the red ones, but your cheaper made jobs.
Yeah. But I try to find these 2-speed rear jobs. I like them. I was over at Kinzer at Red. No, this tractor. Which one was it? The red one. I won the slow speed contest for a lawn tractor. I beat them all.
How slow does it go?
It goes slower than any of them, yeah.
How slow does it go?
Well, the back wheel goes about like that.
What's your wheels off of?
I bought them at an auction off a lawn tractor. I bought the whole lawn tractor for like $25 just to get the wheels. Then I brought them home and cut the centers out and then laid them out and then drilled holes in them to fit the wheel horse. Float wheels are pickup wheels off a baler.
Okay.
Remember the old balers?
Oh yeah.
They had a pickup wheel in the front. So
The New Holland barrels you're talking about.
Yeah.
What do you mean by a pickup wheel?
Well, you know how the head sits out and it picks the hay up?
Yeah.
Well, they had a wheel out there so it didn't dig in. It would follow the contour of the ground. It would let that thing go up and down, so it's pickup.
Those tires on that little trailer I have made out there, Len,
Yeah.
they were from off of the pickup of the International BR. I had to drill the threads, the bushes out again to 7/8, because I think they were only 3/4. Or I guess I had to drill them out to 1 inch.